Howdy, and welcome back to the finale of Heist. Last we left, our brave thieving witches had barely made it out of an elite masquerade ball alive, only to discover a taunting video message from a rising influencer, Millie Goggins, admitting to her orchestration of every move they've made in the last few days, ending with a challenge to come and see her at the Coffers fighting ring to reclaim their familiars that she has captured and to give her the Gavillion Garnet. Ember. It is dark, but not dark enough. You can see just enough to terrify you. The dirt under your feet is soiled with blood, and running ravenously at you, almost in slow motion, is a horde of hexhounds. What do you do?
Ooh, starting off strong. I think so. Ember's like was like laying passed out for a moment and then like coming to, or was like running this whole time.
No, you're just getting to your feet, coming out of sleep.
Okay. Yeah, I think like Ember be like disoriented for a moment and then like actually like realizing that like she's getting chased and just like what's gonna fight back, but feel like there's too many and start turns around quickly to just keep on running straight for it. Don't know where she's going so she can't
Okay.
see.
Yeah, give me a mobility check, please.
Yeah. Mobility. Oh, -1. A 3.
You got a 3?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and mark experience for me as you move to run anywhere but here. And as your body shifts, you realize you are waist deep in quicksand,
Okay.
as if one of the hex hounds has reached into the ground and made it different, reshaped it. What do you do?
I think like Amber is like looking around trying to find like a branch or like she like trying to find something to grab on to like pull herself out of the quicksand. But like
Yeah.
yeah, that's probably what she's trying to do right now.
You are scrambling, reaching,
hmm
wildly looking around for anywhere to grab purchase and pull your body out of this sinking pit. It feels like gravity is wrapping its arms around your legs and just holding you down, pulling. There's a deep weight at the lower half of your body, and there's nothing to pull yourself out of this. You're sinking, you're stuck. You feel fingers reach and wrap around your ankle. You know immediately these are bones. You are practiced in necromancy magic, correct?
hmm
As the hexhounds begin to dogpile on top of you in a frenzied horde, all pulling at you, trying to rip you from limb, you are pulled down into this quicksand. You are swallowed by the darkness, and for a moment you can't breathe. But looking around, you are in Burnwood's apartment. The front door opens. Burnwood is standing there, smiling. Please give me a vibe check.
Okay. got 2 5s. It's,
Okay.
that is in total 12.
Okay, a mixed success. Uh, don't expend a source point. I
Okay.
don't think that applies here, as you tilt your head, knowing something isn't right here. Burnwood's smile is wrong. It's too big. It's pushing the flesh at her cheeks unnaturally high, squinting her eyes. You realize her teeth are sharpened. She reaches for you, and it's like her fingertips begin to evaporate at the ends in black smoke. You need to defend yourself. What do?
I feel like Amber doesn't want to get attacked and probably would try to cast like fire at to get her away. Burn whatever this
Yeah.
person is.
Give me a cast check, please.
Cool. I'm gonna use my feature advantage I had from last game, if that's okay.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
We're not gonna do a 3.
Roll one of those dice.
That was better. That was better. 12. No, 13.
Okay. Okay, a mixed success is pretty good. You reach out, used to the heat that like pools in the palm of your hand, and as it bursts forward, you see it circle around Burnwood as if she is standing in a glass prism you can't see. And it doesn't stop. You can't turn it off. Everywhere you put your hand, fire. You try and close it, it starts to spread up your arm. Fires never hurt you. You are of flame. But this hurts. You're burning alive. I need you to give me a cast resist, please.
Guys, we're cooked.
Literally.
Wow, guys. We're so cooked up in here. 10. It's a D20, right?
Okay, mark another experience for me. As you try to shut it off, but the pain is searing and it begins to engulf you and you can't breathe from the smoke. You realize that you can see your bone, your charred bones. You are falling to ash. You are crumbling away, Ember.
Oh.
And as you do, you realize you are awake now. You sit up in Burnwood's apartment. You have set the couch you've been sleeping on fire. I need you to take 2 damage for me. The rest of my Hex Heist gang, you see this. You smell the smoke, you see the flames, and suddenly Amber comes to, gasping, scared. What do?
I mean, I'm gonna use my water magic to put it out, obviously. Like,
Okay, go ahead and give me a cast check, please.
what's the word? Okay. Wow, this is bad.
Gang
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a 9 total. We're cooked.
Gang, we could.
On a 9,
That's crazy.
Callie,
Yeah.
you reach out, feeling your wand glow, responding to your want to cast. But you realize as you reach out to cast this water spell, Your fingers are trembling. You don't want to cast with your wand. You want to go wandless. You manage not to. However, that glow in your veins, you see it traveling all the way up to the ends of your fingertips, and nothing comes out. Your coven magic, your deepest seated elemental right, doesn't work. I need you to take a magical setback for me.
No!
This is a rough start tonight.
Yo, I'm
Chat.
sweating.
What is going
Oh my
on?
gosh.
Chat.
Narratively fitting. Anemone, Al, you see all of this happen. How do you respond?
I think Al's going to try to put some kind of like barrier sanctuary around Ember as like just if we can't adequately reduce the flames, at least try to protect Ember in some capacity. So he's just gonna pull out his wand and cast, very similarly to the last episode, of like a cloak that would fall on Ember and just sort of dissipate as it lands on them.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a cast check, please.
Absolutely. I'm not nervous at all.
Your knees not wobbling.
I went with your mind is haunted by doubt. So
I'm looking at a 12 total.
Okay, on a mixed success, I need you to take a magical setback, but it works. That almost ghostly blanket shield forms around Ember, snuffing out the further flames, which Ember would have continued to deal you damage had that not worked. Anemone, you see Ember wake up on fire. Callie reach as if casting, with nothing comes out, just shaky hands. And then immediately after, Al attempt to get a little bit of some solace here. What is the magical setback you chose, Al?
I'm gonna take 2 damage.
Okay. As he flicks this wand, blasts him back, knocks him into a shelf of potted plants, which then come tumbling down around him. Anemone, what do you do?
Okay, well, first of all, I think I can hear the plants screaming.
That was about me.
Yes, you do. You absolutely do. You go, I was
Oh no.
Okay. Is the fire still happening currently?
No,
Or-
the fire has been
Okay,
put
good.
out because of Al. Everyone's a little shaken up right now. Al just got dealt actual damage. Callie is shaking and shaken, and unfortunately, Ember was actually on fire. You could tell that she was not in control of it because of the burns on her forearm.
Okay. I feel like trying to ignore the plants first. I feel like Anemone would have just like tried to I guess what's the word? I'm trying to figure out if is it possible. No, because that's like I was trying to find if there's possible for I was gonna say, would the wind magic kind of soothe the burn in a way?
If you would like to make a cast check in order to kind of like magically heal some of it, we can air flavor it. Absolutely.
Okay, I'll do that. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll do that.
Give me a cast check. It's specifically affinity. And let me know what you get.
Okay.
This is a great start. I'm having a great time.
This is fine. It's great.
It's so good here.
Okay.
When you said Ember Stars, I didn't know like this.
This is great. All right. I'm gonna burn one of those future advantages just to help. And then that bumps me up to exactly a 14.
Okay. On a success, absolutely. You can get some healing from that. That's a total success. You can heal all of the damage that you just took. Anemone, would you like to flavor how like a breeze or the coolingness of the air magic that you're casting manages to heal and soothe Ember in this moment?
Okay. So it's gonna be I feel like canonically honestly like me, Ember sometimes has cold hands. And so, but at the same time, it's gonna be like a hold and then a blow as if, well, no. First it's gonna be pop a winter gum mint in the mouth, hold and then blow
Love.
kind of thing. Just to like add a little minty
Yeah.
flavor.
I love that. Ember, you can heal that damage. Anemone, as soon as all of this happens, you are blowing cold air onto Ember's arm. Your phone begins to ring.
Oh.
Um are you good? Are you oh
Yeah.
okay? You
Yeah.
doing okay?
I'm gonna be okay.
Okay. I
Are you okay?
if I'm fine. Yeah. No, I have an ice pack in the fridge. If you want to borrow it, just excuse me for a minute. I'm just gonna, and then an enemy just kind of bolts to the room that they were in for a room, an empty room, to check the phone call.
Please give me a vibe check. You had a bit of conversation before answering. I would like to know if you make it to the phone in time. You do see it's your
Okay.
parents calling.
Oh, that's lovely. Okay. All right. Vibe check. Good thing I have advantages on vibe checks. Let's see. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna do that +1 because I remembered we have a +1 with
Okay.
advantages. That'll round me up to a 14 as well.
Perfect. You have impeccable timing just by the feel of it, and you know how many times your phone can ring or how many ringtone cycles it gets through before it clicks over to voicemail. You answer your phone just in time. You hear, "Hello? Nemi?
Hello. Yeah, it's me. Hi.
Hi, sweetheart. I don't want to worry you or anything of that sort, but darling, did you commit several felonies at a billionaire's ball last night by any chance? Just asking."
How many are several?
Well, let's see. From which MZ, they've totaled you at 8, dear.
Oh, okay. So one more than last year. Okay, got it. Right. Maybe. It was for a good cause. Of course.
Oh, I'm sure it was, dear. You know I'm not judging. We did teach you to be a bit more subtle. You know how these things can be, and we're on a bit of a under the thumb, as it were. Darling, are you safe? Are you all right?
I guess an enemy like pauses for like a unhealthy amount of time to try to like recollect if they've been fine. I currently safe. But yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay.
Are you telling the truth in this moment?
No.
Give me a swindle check, please. And only because your mother's coven deals in truth spells. So if you wouldn't mind giving me a quick swindle check.
Okay, let's see. That. You know what? Narratively, I think I'm gonna leave this alone and keep this as a future, because I have doubles, but I think I'm gonna keep this because narratively, I think it makes sense for them to not be able to. So I
Yeah.
got
So is that a
I got
struggle or
a
a mixed
7.
success?
I got a 7.
Okay, mark that experience as you hear your mother's silence on the other side of the line, and she goes, "Oh dear, that bad? All right. Well, sweetheart, you know you always have a place here with me and your father. Um, Daniel, darling, come down. Nimmy's on the phone. 1 second, he's outside doing God knows what with that lawn, all of his gardening spells. I can't keep up these days. But truly, dear, the paparazzi are going to be all over this. But could you maybe lay low for a bit?
I could try. Yeah, I'll try.
I know you will, darling. It's all right. Hold on, your father's just coming in. And she's speaking to you, but you can hear the background noise. There's a loud bang and a lot of commotion in the back. And suddenly your mother goes, "No, don't touch him! Daniel! No! Don't! Hang up! Nimmy, hang up now!" You hear more. I need to know, do you listen or do you hang up the phone?
I hang up the phone.
Okay. You hang up the phone and you are fairly certain that because of you being cited at last night's ball, your parents have been collected by Crispin Teal's people. Back out in the living room area, the three of you have all just taken some serious blows in one way or another, and you're waiting for an enemy to return. What are you saying to each other?
Callie is like still shaking. And I imagine EG is like around me in some way, shape, or form. And I think Callie's just gonna be like, okay, okay. And you can like see that there's like a very like she's muttering to herself, and you can tell that she is having an argument to herself. And also with
Yeah.
EG, like both sides of EG. And it looks a
I
little
don't think
crazy.
you're having an argument with EG. EG is in full support of you.
Well, okay.
Oddly enough, this seems to be the time that EG agrees with EG. They don't split. In fact,
Oh,
they sound like their normal selves layered over. And they say, "It's going to be okay. It's going to be all right." I do think that would have worked if it had been wanless, though. Wow, that felt really right when we went wanless. Don't you think so? What a powerful casting. It almost was like we wouldn't have gotten the Gavillion Garnet at all if you hadn't
EG,
done that.
hush.
Okay,
Stop talking.
if you say so. But we're here for you.
You're right. You are here for me. And oh wait, I can't do it because it takes 2 source points, and I can't get a vision if I don't have any source points. Okay, so Callie's gonna be like, "You're right. You are here for me. Just hang out over there. Go hang out with Al for a second. Yeah, go over there." And I think Al needs some comfort. You know, he just got smashed against the wall. I think you just need
Okay.
to go over there. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Okay, bye. Um, can I? And I want to spend a source point to get a vision about So here's the thing. Callie knows what she is going to do, right? But she mostly wants to see if there are things that other people in this room can do while we're here, or like can do in the near future to get a one up on what's this girl's name? Millie Goggins. I know you say it 80,000 times, but
So you're trying to get a vision specifically on how to exploit a susceptibility or weakness of Millie's.
yes.
Okay. We will see how effective this is. Roll me a cast check. You will get the vision either way. This is just going to determine how accurate or specific the vision is.
Okay, I'm just gonna use my advantage. Okay. All right, that's good. So 4, wait, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Okay. And are you using your clairvoyant ability here?
No, because I don't have it.
Got
Yeah.
you. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't supposed to be flavoring it a specific, way.
Yeah, no
So
worries.
you have your source point to get a vision, and as you send EG away, they pass over your line of sight, flickering on and off that eerie yellow that is usually comforting, but even EG seems corrupted by the wandless magic, and you just want to be with yourself, with your visions for a moment. As the fireflies pass over your line of sight, when they're gone, you're no longer standing in Burnwood's loft. Suddenly, you're somewhere full of stone and Gothic architecture, red and black velvets everywhere, glass that seems to have been stained at one point but is mostly shattered now. It's very strange to you, this place. And you see fur and fangs. You hear a hiss, like a recoiling hiss, and a flash of silver. And that is your vision.
Did I like recognize the sound of like the hiss? Like, did it sound like a snake?
You did not recognize it. It sounded inhuman and unlike any animal you've ever encountered.
Okay, so I'm gonna pop out of my vision. I'm be like, whew, okay. Everybody, everything will be okay. I'm pretty sure that like a giant, like fanged furry creature is gonna come save us. So just like, let's just everyone should just relax and just don't worry. And this is kind of giving unsolicited.
Anemone, you come back out at this time while Callie is saying this. And this is your unsolicited advice, is for everyone not to worry because a big animal is gonna save
Yeah,
you.
a big animal is gonna save us. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. You can see that
Yeah.
there's like her eye is twitching, like
Yeah,
mostly because she has no
absolutely.
idea
You
what
can
that
regain
vision
your
is.
source point.
Good, thank you.
Al, on the floor, after being knocked back into this shelving area and taking a bit of damage here, you see fireflies kind of floating up to you. They're getting a little close, like a little too close. What do you do?
Al is going to be uncomfortable for sure. He's gonna be like brushing off dirt and debris, and like knowing that Anemone can hear plants, he's gonna be very carefully removing the plants that he might have broken into. He's like, I can't hear you, but I imagine you're upset. And he's just like moving the pots and just trying to like bring them back to not to normal, but like put them back in their proper places and stuff. It's just like turns around and sees the fireflies and just kind of like, yeah, hello.
You say hello to them, and they form like an image of a hand and kind of fly like they are turning side to side.
All right. How can I help you?
They are going to get very close to you, and it looks like they're attempting to get into your orifices.
Yeah, no. So the thing about that, he's gonna start like swatting of like trying to keep them away from his orifices. And yeah, mate, like I don't know what kind of comfort Callie is normalized to. It's not for me. I need space. I appreciate some like space. And he's gonna cast the same berry cast on Ember, but on himself. Like, don't touch me, please. Don't touch me.
Give me a cast check, please, to protect thine self.
Oh, we got doubles. I'm gonna hold them. They're 2 6s. But it's
Okay.
hold up. 6 6. It's a 15 or 17 total. 2 6s and a 5.
Hell yeah. I think you have gotten better at this cast. Your first shield cast with this group was unsuccessful, and everyone since has hit perfectly. So, and you just cast it. So, casting it again is kind of like muscle memory, falls right over you, and you see that if fireflies could convey the aw shucks emotion, that's what they would be doing right now, as they instead kind of float up and above your head, and it just looks like a fuzzy staticky cloud of yellow flickering light above your head, about a whole foot above, so not too close either. Anemone, you come back out to see all of this happening. um Ember is healed but still shaken. Callie is shaken but trying to hide it. And Al has just literally isolated himself. Um, you know where you need to go, but you have no plan as of yet. Would you like to either share with each other what you've been going through this morning in terms of visions and wandless magic addiction and nightmares and your parents seemingly getting taken by hexhounds, uh, or do you want to ignore all of that and get straight to the planning, because both would be valid grounded responses in a time like this?
I want to say definitely. I would say that before leaving, Anemone definitely did. So, full disclosure, Anemone does a little dance when they want Archimedes to go get something for them. And this time it was a comfort item to bring it back. And so I would say that they're just like leaving the bathroom or wherever room, like still kind of clenching onto, I don't, let me think, what would the comfort item be? Probably like, you know what? I'm just going to grab this, like one of these little dragon thingies. So the head is bobbling and shaking. Um, but it's like but it's still that practice poise of trying to be okay as they leave. And then they hear exactly what Callie said. There's gonna be a furry thing to come save us. Um sees orifices and fireflies and kind of blinks and disoriented for sure. Um there's gonna be a tremor in their voice, like, is what did I miss?
Oh, go ahead. Oh, I thought you unmuted yourself. Carrie.
Go for it. Go for it.
Um.
No, go for
Okay.
it. Sorry.
You say, "What did I miss?" And Callie like bursts into tears, but it's not like they're like comical burst into tears. It's like there's like and she just continues to sob. And it's like uh there's like there's this look in her eyes like she has like resigned herself to something, and she just keeps sobbing. Um and that she's like that for like the next 5 minutes. So if anybody else wants to go.
I'll see that and just kind of like look down, and I don't know if this would count as a hard truth per se, but Al is just going to say just to the group, like, we're fucked, right?
I think this would count. You can replenish your source points if you'd like.
Thank you. I don't mean to be like a downer. It's been a lot. Like we've been through a lot, and we're getting like emoted on by a wannabe influencer. And we're like patching our wounds here. I'm falling into plants and knocking over books. Couches are getting set ablaze while folks sleep. Like I haven't seen Chami in a very long time. Like I don't know. Like we're fucked. We're fucked. Fuck. And he's just gotta like kick the nearest thing.
Hey, fuck.
Amber?
I think Amber just be frustrated at the moment, just like going back and forth in her mind. It was like the couch was already on fire. She was almost on fire. She was in fire in her dream. And like she's like, it's true, we are fucked. And she like flipped the couch over. Like this is so exhausting. I want Penelope back. I'm done with this Millie over here, but I also don't want her to win. So I don't think we're super fuck here, but we need to do something.
Give me a fight check.
And it's a 14.
Okay. Yeah. You, having just been healed, are able to flip this couch like it is nothing. And it is not nothing. It's a heavy couch. You flip it hard. That counts as lashing out at your surroundings if you'd like to replenish your source points.
Thanks. Crash out.
And Al, you may be fucked. So possible that you're fucked right now. However, you're the only one, I think, who would know where the Colin Coffers fighting ring is.
Al is like, after kicking, we'll say, some pile of books on the floor that just like go array, pages, books smacking the walls. He's gonna try to gather himself. His knees aren't shaky, like he's not scared. He's just frustrated. He's just very frustrated. This whole journey, all their plans, all their ideas have kind of like blown up in their faces so far. He put Anemone in a difficult situation. He's seeing Callie like go through a lot. He's seeing Ember go through a lot. And he's just like, all right, like I can't, there's no space to be scared. But given everything they've experienced, there is just pure frustration. And he'll take that in mind, and he'll clock, of course, like Millie talking about the ring and being in a place that he spend a lot of time in. He's gonna think about Colin, and he's gonna think about fighting, and he's gonna think about fighting Millie, and he's just gonna go, all right, just like breathing, big inhale, big exhale. He's gonna go, all right. I need to see Chammy. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit miffed right now. I'm sorry. I apologize for any uncouth behavior. I know where Melly is. I know this place. I've been there quite often. I know how to get there. I want to be honest. Like, take the time you need to like gather yourselves, but we've got to go. So yeah, I know it's a contradiction to like take your time, but that we also have to go. But like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to hold space for like empathy, but we gotta move.
So I think when Al says that, Callie like kind of finishes up their crying, and they're just like, okay, okay, you're right, you're right. E.g., anybody, you all might want to just look away for a second. And Allie, you just hear like a snap, crackle, and pop as Callie's jaw,
Not the Rice Krispies.
yeah, like the Rice Krispies, fully unhinges, and EG surrounds their face and is kind of like the same thing that they tried to do to Al, like inside her ears, her nose, her mouth, or whatever, all that bullshit. And uh uh freckles appear on her face in the shape of little fireflies, and they're in the shade of like, it's like red to like green, and in the middle, because red and green make different shades of brown, the brown like blends in perfectly with her skin, but like you can see like the little outlines of fireflies. When she does that, she does not close her mouth though. She's going to take the garnet, because I still have the necklace, and she's gonna swallow it and just put it inside, and she's just gonna her mouth's gonna close, and she's like, whew, and she's just gonna wipe her lips. She's gonna be like, okay, this is a very upsetting situation. I hate it. I don't like it. I'm very scared. I don't want to be here, but I fucking hate Millie Goggins, and that bitch is going to have to cut open my dead fucking body if she wants to even fathom winning this. Okay?
That's the
Callie,
spirit.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
You're using mutation magics in this moment, right?
Yes.
Does that give you a +1 to going wandless?
Yes, but I assume that is if I choose to go wandless, but I do get a +1 to go wandless. Oh, no?
If you're using the mutation magic, it's because you're going wandless.
Can I then... So, wait, is it a +1 to my mutation, or is it a +1 to, like, a spell that I want to do?
It would be, if you want your spell to be that you are holding this thing inside of you, then that we can do that. But like you converging with your familiars just kind of happens, but
Mhm.
you unhinging your jaw and making your body able to hold safely a large garnet will be mutation magic going wandless to do so.
Okay, cool. That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Okay. So we're gonna go wandless right now. I need you to roll me a cast check at disadvantage, meaning roll the 3 and then re-roll the highest and take the lower of them. And we will see what happens.
Ooh. 6 plus 5 is what? 6, 7, 11, 12. No, I can't
It's
do
11.
math. That's 11. 12, 13, 14, 15. I rolled a 3 and a 2 as my lowest, but I rolled a 6 and a... Oh, wait, no. I re-rolled the highest?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Oh, shit. I'll re-roll this one. Hey, I got another 6.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Nice.
So what is the total of those 3?
15. 6 plus 5 plus 3.
Okay.
Or
You
2.
are going
6 plus
to
5 plus 2, sorry.
No, yeah, you're fine. So with a total success, you don't have to mark any source points off to go wandless. You don't have to suffer any damage, but you do need to take a condition. You mutate your body this way, and you can feel the garnet, which is like almost fist-sized, settle in the pit of your stomach. What condition do you think would be fitting here for Callie, knowing that the one thing that Millie Goggins wants is inside of you?
Is it allowed to be like a plus and a minus or something like that? Or do you decide? Because I think it would
Oh, no,
essentially
it's
be
just the name of a condition. Like, are you
Oh.
furious? Are you gassy? Like, you decide how this Gavillion Garnet manifests for you.
Is fuck around and find out a like a condition?
Give me a synonym, because yes, I will allow this to be the condition, but give me like a narrative synonym so I can know when to ask you if it applies, to know when you roll for advantage or disadvantage. Because shenanigans, no, but righteous rage or mischievous or determined all work.
So essentially, I would say righteous rage, because I think
Okay.
Callie is really going full Zinnia Coven and is like, but is
Yeah.
kind of going like leading into by any means like justice by any means necessary part of the Zinnia Coven.
Okay. Beautiful. You are going to be under the condition of righteous rage, which could give you advantage or disadvantage depending on the situation. Probably things involving social aspects are not going to be great for you, but fucking up Millie Goggins could very well go in your favor. So we have 2 on board, ready to go. They've suited up, so to speak, and have gotten ready to go on this endeavor. Anemone, Ember, do you have anything that you want to do before moving forward?
Sorry, currently thinking. Bray, if you have something, please go ahead, go first. But
it's like kind of, but no. If you, it's like pass it back. You want to go? You.
it's like if you definitely have something, I'm still cooking in my brain right now. But if you have something, go ahead.
No. Okay, let me think. I like a suit up. Okay, I think. Let me see. Let me look at my character again. I think what I honestly okay. Well, first off, I think the shaky knees is contagious because like Anemone has to shake off the nerves for a minute. They look at the group. The smile that usually is there is gone, and they kind of lay it out on the table just enough. So my parents are kidnapped, and it's because of me. And so I never thought I was, I mean, I always pictured I'm crafty, I'm charismatic, and I never thought that something like this would happen to them. Probably to me, but not to them. And I mean, you're right, we're fucked. It's horrible, it's terrifying, it's lonely, it's disheartening, but I guess if I'm gonna own up to the mistakes I've made, I definitely want to go out swinging. So and then you see an enemy, because there's stuff all over the house. Try to grab as much of the stuff to put in that Mary Poppins bag as possible for future trappings, to kind of suit up with random trinkets for future use, and to mentally make do on the secrets that they do have in their hair.
Absolutely. 3 rallied. Ember, what about you?
All right. I think with Ember, like, she's slowly calming down, now trying to think with a nice level head now after she got that out of her system. I think she would try to contact like her coven and just like found family, trying to talk to them and see if there's any advice or anything that they can give to her to prepare for this trip, for the fight or anything like that.
Sure. Do you have a specific move for that, or are you just giving them a call on the cell phone, making a couple of calls?
Just taking a couple calls.
Okay. I need you then to give me, let's do a persuade.
Uh, 13.
Okay. On a mixed success, you realize that you call a few numbers. You realize that people aren't answering. They're leaving you on red. They're
Wow.
getting your messages, but they're not responding. You think they may be separating themselves from you. As you can see, you've been tagged in a lot of different things for rubbing shoulders with Giancarlo Minette last night, the enemy to people practicing magic in Lowtown. You see the reason why. However, you were under an ego spell at the time, so you seemed really chummy with the 1%. You are going to need to take a condition right now. I can give you a couple suggestions, but it's whatever you feel is right. You could feel rejected or isolated or shunned or shameful, but no one is going to answer your call today.
Ooh, shun is what.
Okay. You only need to roll at disadvantage or advantage if it comes into play in the scene. So, like, I don't think your fighting would ever be affected by feeling shunned, but just keep it in mind when we're going forward. You have all tried to make some preparations. I need... Everyone please give me an Intuit resist. Roll me a d20. Let me know what you get.
Can I use one of my advantages on this?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna use one. Oh my god!
I wish I had an advantage. Carrie, did we get the same number?
My advantage.
We might have.
Yeah.
I got a 1 on my reroll.
I got a 1 too.
Okay. And my breeze? What did my breeze get?
I got no. It's fine. I hope it's fine. It better be fine. I got a 16. I rolled a 17, but I have a -1 because the setback I chose was being haunted. So hopefully a 16 is enough.
Okay, and Bree, what did you get?
Wait, we're not adding anything, are we?
Into it.
Yes, you're into it stat.
Okay, wait. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay. All right. I had to use my other ones because before it was a 7, but now it is a 15.
Okay. Wonderful. So Al, are you ready to take everyone to the coffers?
You just not gonna.
Yeah,
Okay.
like I swear, I was gonna be like, "Are you ready to die?"
We just
No
rolled
one notices anything, so there's no reason for me to explain. Al,
A
are you ready to take
16
everyone
wasn't
to the
enough?
top? Mm-hmm.
Dang. Okay, that's real.
Oh, that's not gonna stress me out. We didn't we didn't like refresh our health since the party, right? Have we done any healing?
Uh,
You absolutely can do that really quickly if you'd like to. Also, Amber is proficient in Medicmancy, so Amber could, if Amber would like to, heal everyone who needs it, and then replenish those source points however they see fit.
I rolled at the end of last session.
Okay, 'cause I definitely need some heals.
Do some Medicmancy. What do I need to roll for that?
Give me what does Medicmancy say?
You have advantage to affinity checks made to magically heal others for 2 damage.
Absolutely. Make that check. Give me a cast check. It'll be affinity, but give me that at advantage. So roll 4 and take the highest 3.
That is a 16.
Beautiful.
I lied, 17.
On a
but
total success, you don't have to expend a source point. This is part of your specialties. So you get 2 damage back. And then if you'd like to heal yourself for the rest, Al, you absolutely can by either rolling a cast check to do it magically or a comprehend check to do it with good old-fashioned bandages and whatever you can find around the loft.
Yeah, I think I'll get some bandages as well.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a comprehend check, please.
Will do. Okay.
This will be fun.
Why did you say that?
What did you roll?
No. I rolled a 10. This is a rough
Okay.
session.
it's an epic finale game. We're warming up for the future.
You know and have seen since being here that Burnwood has a lot of healing potions. In fact, that's kind of what you were her go-to guy for, was delivering healing potions to Colin Coffer's ring. So you know where they are, and you do find 2 of them. You can take them if you'd like, you can drink them if you like, and just keep them on your person. It's up to you, but also please mark that experience.
I'm gonna drink one. Drink one of the 2 potions and put the other in my pocket.
Okay. As you drink this potion, it feels kind of like you're drinking like a really hot tea, even though it shouldn't be heated. So it feels warming and soothing on the way down your throat. Go ahead and please give me a cast resist.
Okay. It's just not my day, gang. It's just not my day. That's an 8 total.
Okay. With a DC of 11, what you are going to feel and what you are going to need to do for me is speak only what you are thinking until I let you know that it wears off. So you can start speaking now, Al.
Fuck. What the fuck was that? Fuck. Oh no. Is Colin okay? Is Chammy okay? I want to kill
You
Millie
can all hear
Goggins.
this.
I'm going to kill Millie Goggins. Kill Millie Goggins. Yes. That was an awful potion. And that's just like all. I was just like a parrot. Just
It's like on repeat. I'm gonna kill Millie Goggins. I miss Chammy. It's Al is yapping right now, and you do not know Al to be that chatty. Al is usually pretty honest, so at first you may not pick up on something being wrong here, but the fact that he won't stop talking is alarming a little bit to y'all. It's about time to head out if you're going to make it when the coffers open. Are you leaving?
Yes.
yeah, I
Yes.
was ready to go. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Al is leading the
Callie-
way.
Oh, go ahead. No, I was just
Yeah,
gonna-
Al's
yeah,
leading
go
the way, but like speaking out loud as he does. Very similar points, maybe a couple of interjections of, okay, and we're gonna make a left at the next block, things like that. But complete stream of consciousness as you're walking. Do any of y'all acknowledge this or say anything or talk to each other about it?
So Callie just thinks that it's affirmations. So Callie's like, oh, like it would take a while. And then Callie would be like, oh, okay, is this like one of those affirmation things? Okay, I could do it too. I'm going to kill Millie Goggins. I'm going to fucking murder Millie Goggins. I'm going to murder Millie Goggins.
Speak it into existence, queen.
Okay, these aren't like technically
Wonderful.
secrets, are they?
I don't know. Some of you are wanted, and you are going around New City out loud, multiple of you saying, I'm going to commit a murder.
Well, no,
Yeah,
I
crazy.
was just gonna say if these are technically secrets, I would say that an enemy's hair is just zinging with new information.
It gets a new, like, lively bounce to it. It's like you just fixed it up. It looks really nice and healthy. You are walking. I need everyone, as you near the coffers fighting ring, or at least like where the back entrance, the secret entrance is for it. I need everyone to give me another intuit resist, please, to see if you notice anything around you that might be of note.
Manifesting. Do great. Oh, Carrie, if you did bad.
Speak it out in the Carrie. No,
Carrie.
I got
throw the
a
dice
nat,
away.
okay, so I got a nat 20, but I get a -1 on Intuit. Does that count in this game or no?
Yes, it does. It does count. So that's a like it counts against you. Like it's still going to be a 19. There's no nat 20 mechanic for this one.
I got a nat 20.
I got a 20.
Another nat 20.
Nat 20. No minuses, no pluses.
Oh,
Carrie, throw the whole thing away.
I do need to just change.
Oh,
the
no.
Mark those experience points.
Put your dice away. Throw them. Throw them away.
You go to dice jail. Like, what is this?
Oh man, this is
So
rough.
your total is a 20, Amber?
Yes.
Okay. Amber, you're the only one who notices.
Oh no, I got a 22.
Oh,
It was a
2
total.
nat 20s. Yay, we love. Or maybe not nat, because I think you have a plus to into it, but you know what I mean. Yay for 20s. So you two notice that there is, as you turn the final corner into this alleyway, you notice the shadows around you seem to follow you down the alley in a way that should not be possible. Shadowmancy is not taught in covens because there is no use for it that would be benevolent. You notice that shadowmancy is happening around you as you are walking step by step. And the two of you think for a moment you see someone out of the corner of your eye, but when you turn to look, there is nothing there. Al, you arrive at the door. There is a secret knock. You've been here many times. Give me a comprehend check to see if you remember the secret knock.
Absolutely. Just gonna read something real.
We got all the bad rolls out of the way. Now we're on a roller coaster that only goes up.
We're cooking with gas.
I hope so. Okay, I got doubles. I'm gonna hold that, given the way shit's been
There we go.
going.
There we go.
That's a 14.
Hell yeah, total success. You remember that it's kind of like if shave and a haircut met with those like old school pencil beats on desks, and you whip out a quick pin, and you're able to do this very intricate secret knock, and the door swings open as if on its own, and you are able to enter the coffers.
I think before we
It's
step
dark in
in,
here, but not so dark that you can't see. Oh yes, please.
sorry, I was gonna see if Al could cast like a group stealth spell, that could like quiet our footsteps
Ah,
Oh.
and
sure,
perhaps,
sure. That would be great.
yeah, let me
Let's
cast
do a
it.
little pass without a trace beat here.
Yeah, something.
Give me a cast check.
Okay.
Um, yeah, regular cast.
All right, that is a 15.
Hell yeah. So with a total success, you do expend a source point. However, it's successful. You all are able to make your way in quietly, silently, even. And this is just like in for your group behind you, yes?
Right, just for us.
Okay. You
I don't like
enter.
that you said that. It's very stressful.
You enter. It's a long hallway. It's warm down here. It kind of smells of like brimstone, not in like a hellfire way, more of in like a very warm fire over coals. Like nothing's cooking on it, so it doesn't really smell like barbecue, but like hot coals. It gets warmer and drier the further and deeper you travel. You are in fact going deep underground.
Quick question. Is this
Yes.
giving Gothic architecture?
This hallway, no, not yet. No.
Okay.
However, you enter into an area that Al, again, you would be familiar with. This is usually where you do the handoff of whatever it is that Burnwood has asked you to take. This is like the recovery locker room area, like the pre-fight and post-fight cool down room for the fighters. There's no one here, fighters wise, but you do see Colin Coffers with a clipboard in hand looking over crates, and it looks like he's taking inventory. He has not noticed you because of your stealth spell, but he's in here. What do you do?
Does he? Can I roll to check? Okay. What I want to try to do is see if Al can make sure that this is the Colin Coffers that he knows.
Yeah, give me an intuit check. This will be a vibe check, I think.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to use one of my advantages.
Okay.
Reroll.
I'm glad that we're checking these things now.
That's another 15.
Beautiful. So on a success, again, illusion magic is illusion magic, but it doesn't change the way people move. And you're really good at understanding how a body works, especially in fighting, but that really does transfer out of the ring. And you notice as he's like circling these crates and tilting his hair, even the way he kind of like pushes his hair out of his eyes to get a better look at his clipboard, it's all Colin to a T. Because you're not using like an affinity check or a cast check, you can't see if there's a spell on him, but you can tell that it is him.
Okay. Al is gonna clock that, and I think he'll look to the group and just say, I'm still nervous given everything that we've experienced over the past 24 hours. I'm gonna check in to see if that is my mate, and if y'all want to hang on the wings just in case, like, you know. Okay.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yeah, understandable.
You got this. We believe in you. Yeah.
Do you want backup or anything?
I should be okay. He moves like the Colin that I know, so, and he moves very uniquely. But yeah, I'm
Check his shadow. That Amber will whisper.
check his shadow. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. And as Al walks up to Colin, I think he will like look at his shadow as well, just to like.
Yeah, give me just a regular comprehend check or vibe check. It's kind of up to you. They're here in this instant, they're doing the same thing.
So, last session when we were able to take a new feat, I took smart. So my intellect is unshakable. Anytime you make a comprehend check, you may mark a source point to take an automatic 5 for one of your dice rolls as long as you have a source points available. So I'm guessing I would roll and then maybe use this after the roll.
And if you need it, you can. Yeah, absolutely.
Roger that. Yeah, I'm gonna use that shit. Mark 1 one of these die as a 5. So that'll give me a 14 total.
Beautiful. Exactly what you need. You look at his shadow and it seems to match up with him perfectly. As you kind of approach, he can't really hear your steps. You're still under that stealth spell, even if you've kind of moved from the group. So he doesn't notice you're coming up, but his shadow looks exactly like yours. It's stretched out at the length that yours is in this light. Everything looks normal here. This does genuinely seem to be Colin Coffers.
I think I was gonna turn to Ember and just be like thumbs up, like smile, like like it's a show. And he'll go walking up to Colin, like still cautiously, he's gonna be like, Colin?
You have genuinely taken him all the way off guard. And he's a man who's usually on his guard. So your stealth spell is extremely good. He almost dropped his clipboard and he goes, damn, why would you do that? How did you do that? How did you get so close to me and I didn't hear you?
Magic in it. Are you well?
Jesus. Yeah, I didn't expect anyone to be here until maybe like an hour from now. The sun's not even down. You know we don't fight in the day.
Yeah, for sure. But have you come across any like strange mages? I know that might be strange. I mean, yeah,
Is this
people come here to
something for
fight.
Burnwood?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Burnwood's involved.
Okay. Strange mages. No, not that I know of. The newest person on the roster was from about 4 weeks ago. You saw him fight last month. Knife hands guy.
Oh yeah, no, he's got a sick left hook. So all right. And I was gonna like motion for the rest of the game, like, oh, these are my friends. We've got
Oh,
yeah,
why is
sorry.
everyone so quiet?
It's some magic, you know. I'm quite, gotten better at it and stuff. Sorry.
Hi.
We're like under duress. Burnwood's in trouble. We've got to help Burnwood. There's this witch who's backstabbed her, made a pact with a demon, and she's been honestly finessing us throughout the city, making us look right stupid.
I'm gonna interject and I'm just gonna show him the YouTube video. Like, I'm just gonna show him the YouTube video because I absolutely downloaded it.
He's gonna watch all of it, and you can see like as he's watching, his eyebrows get closer and closer together as he's like, so this chick's crazy.
Yeah, but like she's like actually like really dangerous. So like, and she said she would be here. So, glad to know that you're not.
Why?
Huh?
Is this for my sword? What does she want with my sword? No one's won that thing ever.
I don't. Is it magical?
How does one win your sword? I mean, yeah, is it magical? I mean, it's, huh?
It is magical. It's the Victor's sword. It's like really ancient. I won it in a gambling match with like this arch devil half fighter guy, like years ago, right when I was starting the coffers. But it doesn't have any power because you see this thing, and he points at the video at the hilt where there should be the Gavillion Garnet, which you know, but he probably doesn't. It's empty, and he goes, but because it's like broken and not full, it doesn't do anything. I mean, you could run the gauntlet if you wanted it, but you can't even touch that sword unless you complete the gauntlet. So if she's after this, then she would have had to come to me and ask to run it.
Oh, wait. Wait. So we've got to run the gauntlet to get the sword, and you don't even know who she is. We're the first here. She wants us to run the fucking gauntlet,
Oh,
and then
I'm
she's
like,
gonna come through.
yeah,
And
I'm
this is
not
like
thinking
Al's
that.
still stream of consciousness from the effect of the
Yeah.
potion. So like it's just the
Yeah.
thoughts are just running. He's like, oh fuck Millie Goggins. No, she's just freeloading. It's like everything that we've done before. She's just, oh my.
But we could run the gauntlet, and then we can have the sword.
So what can we use the sword? Oh wait, yeah. Can we use the sword to free like above board? Can we use the sword? Has it been established we could use the sword to free Burnwood? I almost forgot.
Do you want to give me a study check?
Yes. Because I'm over here like, why would we do this? There's no reason.
Back down from a
Absolutely. Give me a
challenge.
study check.
If I can't save Burnwood, there's no point in me doing this. All right, I'm rolling. Wait, what is study?
Comprehend.
Oh, comprehend. Okay, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Okay. Ooh, doubles. Okay, so that's 2, 4. So that's an 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I am gonna use the advantage. Okay, cool. So 6. Wait, 8 plus 6. Whatever 8 plus 6 is
14.
plus 2. So 16.
Okay. So on a 16, now that you're hearing it, you know the Victor's sword lore. Or maybe after you decoded the cuneiform tablet, you did a little bit of reading with Al, kind of into the history of both the garnet and the sword. But either way, you know what it does. It's supposed to defy magic. If there is a hex that has been put on someone, you can use the sword to break the hex. If there is a spell that you're suffering from, you can break the spell. If you cast a spell and then want to uncast it, you can do that with this sword. So you could save Burnwood with this. Absolutely.
So I'm gonna know, like, so we can save Burnwood with the sword because it defies magic, unfortunately. So we are literally tasked with doing her work for her. Like, literally, she couldn't lift a finger, and she called us idiots. And ooh, I'm gonna murder her. Anyways, I think we actually have to run in the gauntlet.
You all want to run the gauntlet?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't want to, but we have to because Burnwood's going to hex cast on her, and so she's like dying actively, like as we speak.
Yeah,
It's
she's like,
fucked.
it's very bad. Unless you know how to reverse a very bad
shit.
hex.
Mhm.
Yeah, you know how to do that without.
I can punch really accurately.
Yeah, I figured.
You should punch
So,
Millie Goggins.
yeah, we might need your help punching Millie Goggins. You
Happy
wanna,
to
like,
do it if she shows up.
yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, about that
Okay,
gauntlet.
if you're sure, okay,
100%.
you're gonna have to stay here for a minute, because I have to cast to open the door to the gauntlet. So if you just stay here, while I do this. Just keep an eye on me, watch my back, make sure that creepy little Millie chick doesn't run up behind me. Okay, and you're all going in?
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yep.
Okay. And you do watch. Colin works very quickly, and it is kind of like watching capoeira as he's like swinging his leg around and drawing in chalk. It's a very graceful dance that he's using to cast. It's still very martial. And at the end of it, he raises his hands like hammer fist and slams them down into the center. The entire circle sigil sinks down into the ground a good 6 inches, and then you see a door appear in the center of the circle. He steps back and goes, okay, 1 gauntlet for 5.
Cool. Okay, so just quick question. What does running the gauntlet entail?
It's what I've heard. I've never done it, but what I've heard is it's just like a series of obstacles. There are only 2 rules. No modern devices can be used inside, and no familiars either.
Okay. Cool. Does converging
All I know is that you will be tested heavily, pushed to your
Cool.
limit.
Fantastic. Love that.
Right.
100% right. Can Ember do a check to look around the area, look at the shadows, and so to see they're still being like watch or follow?
Sure. I don't think you need to roll for it. As he said, you're going in with 5 of you. Behind you is the Hexhound.
What?
I'm sorry.
What?
The Hexhound? The Hexhound.
What?
And does Ember just
And
sort
that's
of, like,
where we'll
stands
take
there?
our bio break.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
I was about to ask about that 5.
I was thinking the 5, but
I was waiting for it to be a quiet moment, and I was like, "What do you mean by 5? Let me look around this
I was
area."
like 5.
I'm like, is he going with us? What?
I was like,
gonna
"Millie, where are you?"
I should have asked. I just can't count. I was like 5 of us. Yeah, that makes sense. There's like
No,
at
that
least
was
5
me
people in this club.
asking about the 5.
We'll be back in just a few. And welcome back. When we last left off, you may remember our thieving witches had just convinced Colin Coffers to open up a portal to enter the demonic gauntlet, a series of obstacles in which they can earn the victor's sword, which may be able to break the hex on Burnwood. However, as that portal was opened, our thieving witches turn to find standing in front of them in surprisingly plain clothes and still a blindfold, a very familiar hexhound who simply says, I know your scent.
Okay, I'm gonna stop
I
you right
need
there.
your help.
Oh,
Oh.
well, you know what? Never mind. Please continue.
Oh.
Tell us more. Tell us more.
What you need help with?
Crispin Teal must die.
Perfect.
Don't hesitate.
Last night, I was sold. I think I will not be the first or the last. I think I know what you're doing. I want to help you get the sword so you can break the hex on the hexhounds. If I help you, will you swear to liberate my brothers and sisters?
Okay, so I did a study check. Is it like a one-hit wonder? Is the sword a one-hit wonder?
You had a successful study check as well. So we'll say that you know that it is like individualistic. So if you were going to try and break the hexes on the hexhounds, you would have to do it on each one.
Oh, okay. So I could use it multiple times. So I could use it on Burp. I would just have to find them. Okay.
Yes. Or if you help them escape, you could, then get them to a place
set
where
up
you
a
can
thing.
do. Yeah.
Yeah. So Callie's like, oh, I mean, like, I'm part of the Zinnia Coven, so I don't know if it's about like, justice and all that stuff. Your situation would definitely
You
qualify.
say you're part of the Zinnia Coven?
Am I not supposed? Yes.
He immediately kneels in front of you and bows his head and says, an avenging angel. I'm part. Part of me is. I understand. I too need justice.
Callie gets so serious and is like, we're going to get justice for you and every hexhound that has been under crispy, crusty, dusty man's reign. I promise you that. I swear it.
He looks up at the rest of you as well, trying to see if it's just Callie on his side or if all of you will help. You see, he's just wearing like a black t-shirt and jeans, but you can see, this is like the most skin you've been able to see of him. It is all scarred, patched. You can tell it's from different like ethnic backgrounds. All of it is different. And he says, I was compelled to hunt you. I'm sorry. I tried not to.
I'm gonna hug him and I'm just gonna, like, I'm caring. Like, I'm just gonna hold him to my chest and be like, it's okay now. We're going to fix this. We're gonna fix this, guy.
You're hugging a hexhound, Al. In this moment, please give me a study check or an intuit check as you see his eyes over Callie's shoulder. They look confused. You think this may be the first compassionate touch that they've ever received in their new life as a hexhound.
Oh God.
But I think Amber, please, can you also give me a comprehend? You both might pick up on this for reasons that I will tell you after you let me know what you get.
You said it was a study check.
Yes, please.
Okay.
I got
advantage on those.
I got doubles. I'm gonna use my advantage.
Okay.
Comprehend.
I have a 13 total.
14.
Okay. Okay. Al, you remember him looking at you on the dance floor like he was going to like lunge at you. You remember like the overconfident look in his eyes. You don't know if you can trust him right now. But Ember, you remember that look. Seeing him and Al kind of face off, and you kind of had to intervene at the masquerade. You think he was under an ego spell as well. You believe him. You don't think he wants to hunt or hurt anyone.
Period. I was like, Amber would be like, yeah, I'm so down. I already said that I'm down to kill him before you even have to explain your story. So I think that shows. But I do also would like to apologize for my outburst at the party, getting you dragged away and stuff.
He winces, as if remembering a specific punishment. And you can see that he's trying to figure out how to hug Callie back without his hands are trembling. He thinks he's going to hurt someone if he comes into contact with them. So eventually he just kind of like lets his arms hang at his side, but gently tilts his head and lays it on Callie's shoulder for a moment. And there's a sense of wonderment there of like, is this okay? Is this normal? Is this allowed? Before he kind of backs up and like holds himself for a moment as if trying to make sure all his parts don't fall away. And then I think he realizes it doesn't look very strong. So he drops those arms and shakes his head and goes, "Thank you. I just tell me what I need to do, and I will break every bone in my body to make sure you get what you want."
I love this energy. Love it. Fantastic. Very good. Exactly what we need. I swallowed like a gigantic gem, stuff like that. Everything. Mwah. Chef kiss. And I can look at Bree's face like, why are you telling our business?
Yeah, but like for real.
This is just who Callie is.
In this moment, you're kind of having a new understanding with the Hex Hound. And you hear in the distance, as if coming down the hall, a lot of feet. A lot of them. Normally, Hex Hounds are very quiet. But in a stampede large enough that they are falling over each other's bodies, Ember, you would remember this sound from your nightmare. What do you do?
So we don't see anything. It's just the sound of the Hex Hounds.
It's coming. It is quickly approaching.
I think Ember would definitely freeze. And anyone that looks at her, like her confidence gone in the flash of an eye as she's standing there frozen.
Colin says, friends of yours, Al?
No, actually, quite the opposite. You should come into the Gauntlet as well. Like, no, I'm not asking, honestly. And I had a weird potion. It's stream of thought, stream of consciousness is just running. We should go all together into the portal.
Go.
Yes, you too, Cullen. You're
Who's
coming.
running into the portal? I need to know.
I will say I am grabbing Ember's hand. So Ember and I have had a little disagreement, but I am like in this moment grabbing Ember's hand and be like, that energy that you had when you threw that pillow at me, I need that. And we're just gonna run inside.
You're in. Anemone, are you running in?
I would make a note that at the same time as Al is apprehensive, Anemone is 10 times more apprehensive about this whole entire thing, given the fact that their parents are gone because of hexhounds, and this particular one has been a thorn in their side. I would say they go in.
True, very true.
They give him a look. Well, first they give him a look, and it's gonna be the sugary sweetness, the charisma is gone. This is just pure, like, I'm speaking my shit right now.
Period.
They walk closer to the hexhound. They look him dead in the eye. I'm guaranteeing he's way taller. I'm picturing craning of the neck. So I don't trust you. I don't like Crispin. Me, you and me, out of anybody else, would benefit from his demise, but I don't trust you. If you fuck with us.
Right. Yes. You'll kill me. Eat my entrails, of course. And he shoves you into the portal as they are coming down the hallway to keep you from getting killed. Al, you're the last one here. You know that Colin opened this for only 5 people. The hexhound should be going, but I know that Colin is your friend. What are you saying in this moment? You have very little time.
Mate, fuck off, and I'm casting invisibility on Cullen.
Okay. As you do you give me a cast check, please? Let's see if this is good for Colin.
Oh, let's go. Let's fucking go. That's a 16. Let's fucking go.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, absolutely. Go ahead and expend a source point as you cast this flawlessly. You can't see his shadow anymore. You can't see him. You see his clipboard for a second, and then I think he realizes that you've cast invisibility, so he drops it. It clatters to the floor. You see one ravenous arm, like a swipe, exit the hallway. Do you go into the portal?
Yeah, I'm popping in that portal.
Okay. You see, before this portal closes, you see the hexhound look and make sure that you're all in. And he steps back and away from the circle, and you see him hunch his shoulders. A ripple of flesh go down his spine that looks like his muscles are doubling, physically reshaping themselves, as you can hear cracking and snapping, and he bursts toward the hallway. A guttural, just scream growl releasing as he is throwing himself at the horde of hexhounds coming after you, and in the next moment, the portal is shut. You are standing in a room of nothing as far as you can see. There doesn't even seem to be walls. It is pitch black in here, but you can see each other. It's oddly hollow here. You can hear the windy echo resonating around you. There are gates suddenly out of the darkness, tall golden ones, something that you may have seen in some kind of like Christian comic for St. Peter's golden heavenly gates. They're huge and gilded and intricate. What do you do?
Callie is like shocked, and like little tears prickle at the corner of her eyes, and she just wipes them, and she's like, okay, we have to do this. And you said that it's pitch black, but we can see each other.
Correct.
Can I cast like light on my wand, like a little light spell?
Sure. Give me you don't have any spells for light, do you?
No, because I'm proficient in combat magic, so no.
Okay. Roll me a cast check at disadvantage. You are going wandless again.
What? Why? Because I'm
'Cause you
drunk
don't
with
have
power?
a spell.
Oh!
No, because you don't have a spell that covers it.
Oh, dang. I didn't think about that. Okay. Well then, could I just not do that?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
But you do notice, everyone else, you notice that there are no more firefly freckles on Callie. An enemy. Archimedes is not in here with you. It seems to be true that Colin Coffers was not lying. No familiars are allowed in the Gauntlet. What do you do? There are gates in front of you.
Can we open them? Oh, wait. Carrie, you're muted.
I'm so sorry. I think I was just gonna like observe the gate, and just like slowly approach. He only has stealth and defense magic, so I don't. There's nothing I can cast to like give us.
Whoa, Raiders, thank you so much.
Much.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
incredible. Thank you for being here. We're about to run a demonic gauntlet, so everyone might die. You're here just in time. Al, as you are looking at this gate, you get up close to it to look. Before you touch it or do anything like that, you can see all of these little inscribed sigils on the bars of the gate. And if you give me a comprehend check, a study check, I can tell you if you know what they mean.
I'm gonna go for a study check so I can use that advantage.
Go for it.
I got doubles. I'm gonna hold one. It was a shit roll though. Oops. Drop the die. Oh, that's much better. It's another doubles. I'm gonna hold that too. That's a 14 total.
Okay, so on a 14, you are able to kind of look at these sigils a little closer and you recognize at least what they're supposed to do. You realize these are sacrificial spells, but not for blood or livelihood or anything like that. These are emotional sacrifice sigils. You realize that to pass through, each one of you is going to have to be vulnerable in some way. What do you do?
I think I was gonna relay that to the group, and still, I'm assuming still under the effects of that potion too. So just like a stream of consciousness of like, so yeah, they sigils mean yeah, we gotta be vulnerable in it. So we're gonna have to like, you know, get in touch with our inner self and whatnot. Fuck. My knees might be wobbly in a little bit actually. Yeah. No, yeah, vulnerability. That's what we gotta do. We got it's no blood, no sacrificial blood, as far as I understand, but just like emotions and like ego death, maybe.
As he says ego death, who's going up to the gate first? Who's trying to figure out how to be vulnerable? Who's making a check of some kind here?
Oh, Callie's gonna go up to the gate and like, okay, vulnerability. I'm vulnerable all the time. I think it should be fine. And she just kind of sits there, like stagnant for a second, and is like, I miss Burnwood very, very much, and I don't know what we're gonna do, or what I'm gonna do if we can't save her, because my whole thing is avenging people and saving people and making sure that they're okay. And if I can't make sure that they're okay, then what is the point of me even being here and existing?
None of you hear any of that. Callie, you say this, and they can see your lips moving, but they don't hear you. You hear, touch the gate, child.
Callie reaches for it and puts her palm face down on top of it.
As you do, the sigils glow for a moment. And you all hear this part. Callie, you would sacrifice your life to do the right thing. But would you sacrifice your freedom, returning home indefinitely, to give these people a chance at victory without you? And beyond the gate, Callie, you can see your bedroom from your parents' home. Just beyond the gate. I will need an answer.
Yes.
Is Callie telling the truth?
She is.
Then you are all able to hear that. And Callie, in the next moment, you are on the other side of the gate.
Am I in?
It has not opened. No.
Oh, thank God.
You are just on the other side of the gate.
This is Callie on the other side of the gate. Oh, thank God. I would have, but I didn't want to. It would have been awful.
Who's next?
I think Al, upon seeing that, is gonna just take in a deep breath and go, all right, yeah, all right, let's do it. And he's gonna go to touch the gate.
Wonderful. All the stream of consciousness talking that Al is doing, y'all can no longer hear, but you can see his lips moving. But you do hear this. Mr. Trudy, what is it that you so desperately want for yourself that you don't think you deserve?
Confidence.
Is that the truth?
Yes. It is.
The gate glows. You can all hear this answer. Al, you are pulled to the other side in a blink of an eye. You are standing next to Callie now. An enemy. Amber, what are we doing?
I think it took Ember a while to come back into consciousness, hearing the Hex Hounds not being part of, and there was a dark space. It was like, this is all her dream. And then she's thinking, is this a vision? Is this what happened? And then she's like tapping on the ground, like, is this about to be quick thing? Stressing out for a moment. And then we probably see her like almost about to start hyperventilating for a moment. And then she's just trying to control her breathing before she's like facing the gate. And it's like, so we just touch it, right? And then we're out of here. That's you saw.
No one can hear you speak that.
Okay. And then so she just does it. She touches the gate.
Half afraid that the second you touch that gate, those hex hounds will pile out of the dark behind you, covering you up. The gate lights itself. And you all hear, Amber, back again. Why do you feel most free and powerful when you're destroying things?
As like Ember just take a deep breath, like thinking hard. I don't want to hurt anyone, so I'd rather hurt objects. It's like her big answer for that.
Is that true?
It is true.
The gates seem to shimmer for a moment, as if happy, and you find yourself on the other side with Callie and Al. Anemone, you're alone on the other side of the gate. What do you do?
Okay, I would say that the marching towards the gate, at first, it's like bold and brash because at the same time, they were very pissed off that they were thrown into this door in the middle of a rant. Like, I just got my confidence and that motherfucker pushed me through. But then the steps slow down and it's reflective and it goes back to the brittle, the sad, the truly feeling alone, like slump of the body as they slowly start to head towards the gate. And they are mumbling to themselves. The motto, solace follows justice, but they have never found justice. They have never found solace in anything that they do. So it's the confidence is gone, but they see that their friends have gone through and it seems okay. So they're going to just trust on that and touch the gate.
Okay. As you do, it feels cold, like true metal bars underneath your hands, and you hear, "Secret Keeper, what is one secret of your own that you've never told anyone?"
I pretend to be fine and I'm not fine. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I continue to switch habits, hobbies, all of that, because I'm afraid that if I don't move, I'm stuck. And if I don't do something, I'm nothing. I don't want to be nothing.
I don't want to be nothing. You realize you're already on the other side of the gate with your friends.
Callie is hugging Anemone. Callie has hugged everyone who came through and gives an extra tight hug to Anemone.
I'm sure.
Well, that wasn't so
Do you
bad.
say anything? Ah, perfect thing to say.
Oh,
As you turn around, you see in front of you what looks to be a cliffside in this inky black space.
just a cliff, nothing else.
Indeed. Just the rocky wall of a cliff side. You are not on the top of the cliff looking down. You are at the bottom looking up, which is where it seems you need to go.
Any of you lot rock climb?
Yeah.
With these nails, absolutely not.
I think I've got a rope somewhere.
I can go
Or some
first.
string.
Can I? Is there like? Is it? Can I like go to either side just to see if there's like a way that I don't have to climb this?
Sure. Give me a sleuth check, please. And anyone who is starting to climb, you can go ahead and give me a mobility check if you'd like.
Whoops. That's doubles. I rolled doubles on mobility. I'm gonna reroll one.
Rerolling one.
I rolled an 11.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
On an 11, you head to what you think would be like the end of the cliff because it looks like a big rock wall, but real. So instead of all these handholds, it just looks like a wall of rock. You go to the end of the wall. When you turn around, you can see that your friends look like they are about a quarter mile away. There is no end to this rock wall.
Cool. Is that the same for the top, or is that just side to side?
That's side to side. To
Okay.
check the top, you'd have to get to the top.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna start climbing, I guess. And Callie's complaining the whole time.
Give me a mobility check. Ember, what did you get on your mobility check?
14.
Okay. What about you, Al?
12.
Beautiful. You are climbing and climbing. You're a little bit behind Ember. And as her foot kind of slips, but she gains purchase again, the rock knocks you against your shoulder. You take 1 damage. But you're fine. You keep on going. Callie, what did you get for your mobility check?
13.
Okay. I think it's the nails. As you are climbing, it's hard to grab on. So you're getting things like scraped elbows, a couple of bruises as you're like wedging your elbow and like shoulder into a crevice to get a better point of leverage. So you also are going to take 1 point of damage. Anemone, what did you get?
I got a 14.
Beautiful. You are climbing pretty quickly, very nimble, right alongside Ember. As you're about halfway up, all of you, give or take a few feet, the rocks start to move. Some are sinking into the wall, some are jutting out, others are falling out completely. It's like the wall is crumbling. It's time to climb. I need everyone to give me a fight resist. This is going to be a mobility resist. Roll me a d20 and tell me what you get.
I would like to use my ability of tough. Like no one bests you if you can help it. You have a +2 and advantages on all fight resistance. Can I use that?
Go for it.
Cool.
Oh wait. I don't know why I think of this before. Can I just use my elite magics?
Yeah,
Just
if you'd
any
like. You can see the top area, so you can teleport to the top of that. Absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. Like Callie is like climbing and scuffs up her like self and is about to like literally like just rip off her nails and be like, I'm just going in. And then it's like, oh wait, I have magic. And I just teleport to the top and I'm up there.
Absolutely. 18, that's great. What about you, Al?
A 21 total.
Ooh.
Beautiful. What about you, Anemone?
I got a 19.
Beautiful. You all are able to kind of move and dodge out of the way as this moving wall is crumbling around you. You meet Callie at the top, just as what looks like the actual cliff that you are standing on falls away. But the platform that you're on is still there. What do you do? Ooh, thank you for the bits.
there is. Wait, so it's crumbled away. Is there anything in front of us?
Leaving just the flat platform that you're all standing on. Like, you wouldn't be able to climb back down. The rocks have fallen away, but the cliff top, you're still flat standing on.
Cool. Is there a sign? Is there like a direction where it's like, go this way?
All there is blackness around you. Would you like to take a step in any direction?
Can
Can I make a vibe check?
Can I have Amber, since she's like, you know, which is the flame, cast a flame on top of her wand to cast light? Is that something?
If you'd like to, you absolutely can give me a cast check.
I would like to absolutely try and not burn. That'd be great. This would be something. That is a 13.
Okay. On a mixed success, go ahead and spend a source point. And take a magical setback. What are you taking?
Look at this. This is my first one. I'm going to do. Oh, I want to do that one. It backfires. Take 2 damage.
Okay. It literally backfires as you pull out your wand to try and cast fire. You're looking down at your hand where you were just severely burned this morning by your own fire, and the flame lights up, but it is too powerful for a moment. As the flames kind of spark and get on you again, you take a little bit of damage there. As you light up the area, you can see what looks like a black obsidian panes leading directly ahead. It's kind of glinting off the shine of the obsidian from the flame that you've cast. What do you do?
Forward march?
Forward march.
That's what Cal is gonna do, unless somebody stops. Cal's going.
At the first step forward, you see a wall of fire erupt in front of you. I need everyone to give me dodge checks to make sure that you are not stepping into a wall of fire.
Exciting.
Okay.
Roll doubles and reroll one.
Hell yeah.
It was like
triples. Let's go.
This may sound a little crazy.
Hey.
I'm like, which of the flames can I have advantage to sniff out flames?
To sniff out? What do you mean?
I don't know. Just like she probably can sense flames because she's which is the flame. Let me reroll one die.
By that logic, can I use wind to blow flame away?
This is just a dodge check. You can try and deal with the wall after, but what is your dodge check?
It is I got a 10.
I got a good old 9.
I got a 14.
Okay. Okay. Each of you who got a struggle, please mark your experience, but also you take 1 point of damage, so that's all. The other two, Al and Callie, you managed to step back very quickly. There is, though, what seems to be infinite wall of fire. You can't see the top of it. There's no ceiling here. It's just like a pocket dimension of black space. And you know that you have to get through it. There are many ways to do that. We've already had some suggestions with maybe an enemy using some wind to get through. But what do you do here?
How fast is the wall of fire when it erupts?
How fast?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a hatch opened and it all just It's kind of like pyrotechnics at a concert. It bursts up like a geyser.
But there's like a couple of seconds in like the igniting
No.
before. Oh, okay, never mind.
No.
Could I use my leap magics and just
It has to be somewhere you can see, and you
Oh,
cannot see through the
dark.
firewall.
Oh yeah. Okay.
One thing I'm thinking
Oh,
is
wait, but if you could somehow get a hole through, you could leap magic to the other side for sure.
Okay.
could I have Al tap into his defensive magics and just cast like cloak of fire protection on the group?
On the group, you can certainly try. Go ahead and give me a cast check, please.
Okay.
Is there any way I can help assist on that?
Yeah, how do you help? I mean, you're a witch of the flame. Do you want to
Flame,
just kind
yeah.
of give some advice?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So like, yeah, just start educating out on the fire. So this is how you can protect yourself through this amount
It's
of
triples. It's another triples. I would take a
Amazing.
picture of this. That's so sick.
That's
sick.
incredible. That's your second triples in a row after
Let's
rolling
go.
so bad earlier.
What's
Um,
bound to
Cooking
happen?
with gas, gang.
Ember, you start talking about the intricacies of fire and what fortifies best and how to avoid damage from flames. And Al, it clicks for you. You know exactly how you need to cast this. Would you like to tell us what it looks like as you shield everyone from this flame wall, this firewall, to walk straight through unharmed?
I think Al's gonna take his wand out, and with like a flourish, he's just gonna kind of circle up in the air, and then it's just gonna at each member in the group just bang, 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 and then finally himself, just like a tap, and it's just gonna be like an aura. I don't know if we could see it given our lighting situation, but there will be like a flash when he casts it, and you might not see a cloak of protection, but it just sort of what's the word, hovers around everyone in some capacity.
Beautiful. Who walks through first? All you have to do is trust Al's magic.
Callie will walk through. I trust Al's magic. Mostly because Al
Beautiful.
literally got me out of like his like cloaked me in dire straits. And we are in dire straits. So I think this counts.
Beautiful. You take it on faith, Callie, that this is going to hold. You don't know how deep the firewall goes. You don't know if you'll be walking through for a long time or a short time. All you know is that you trust Al. You walk through unscathed. The rest of you are able to do the same. On the other side, though, because Callie, you come out first, I'm going to let you know what you see. There is a fountain that looks like it belongs in like a regular state, or not state park, but like regular park. Circular. It's got a little bit of like a couple of tiers to it, water coming out the top, and it's right in front of all of you as you step forward.
Is there anything around the fountain?
No, just more black space.
Can I like put my hand in it?
Sure. As you put your hand in it, you are like, you lean over to put your hand in it. You see for a moment your reflection. Your reflection grins in a very strange way that you know you are not doing. And as you reach your hand in, it's like inviting yourself to get
Abort.
pulled in. And you do.
Oh, okay.
The
Well, I'm
rest
inside now.
of you. The rest of you see Callie get yoinked. Callie, I need a fight resist from you, please.
That's what I get for putting my hand in places that I don't know. My mama always told me about that.
I thought you learned your lesson after
thought I
poking
learned
all
my
those buttons.
I
on the
got a
tablet.
on the tablet. No, obviously I didn't. I got a 15.
Okay. On a 15, you don't breathe in shock, so your mouth is not filled with water, but you are underwater being strangled by your reflection. It is like a double version of you, except for as you look at them, like when you see the ripples of a pool on the bottom of the floor, it looks like that is all of this other Callie's skin. Every time you go to move, it's like the slow motion of that resistance of water. The reflection version of you does not have that. It is feral. You see the veins light up as if they are about to use wandless magic on you. Outside of the fountain, we see the other three who just saw perhaps Callie fall in. You didn't see anyone like come out and pull her down. So if you're trying to see if she fell in or if she was pulled in, I do need you to give me a vibe check or a comprehend check.
Vibe check.
Comprehend.
I'm also do comprehend check.
Okay.
Doubles.
9.
I'm gonna save one.
Oh wait, I have doubles. Oh, I use one.
Let's get these doubles and triples.
Triple.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Cruise.
Let's go.
And
I got it.
Anemone, what about you?
I got a 17. So yeah, 17.
Okay. Al?
13 total.
Perfect. Al, you have never seen anyone fall into something that fast. It's what really concerns you is that you saw the bottom of Callie's snatchers, which means that she went full vertical and straight down. So it's not even like a regular depth of fountain. Her body was pulled in far deeper than it looks like the depth of the fountain could be. But you, Anemone, and Ember do recognize that the jerk from her shoulder specifically was a giveaway that she was being pulled in by something. What do you do?
I think I will also run over to the fountain to look into the water to see if they can like pull Callie up.
Okay. You look over, you can see it looks like 10, maybe 15 feet down, like in the deepest deep end of the pool. You think you see Callie. The bright colors of her outfit are kind of the only thing making it a giveaway. Like the way that her pastel pink braids are floating up around her. But much more immediately, you see you. There is the most confident smile you've ever seen looking right back at you. What do you do?
I was gonna turn to Anemone and Ember and be like, "This is weird water, and I think Callie's drowning. It's my reflection, but it's not me. This man, he's got a cheeky smile on right now. I swear. I think she was pulled in. I think Callie's pulled in, and I think we'll get pulled in if we go into. So we gotta act fast, and I think we gotta get her. So I think Al's gonna put his hand into the water as well.
And we'll be like, punch your
Yeah.
reflection.
That's a good idea. You know, yeah, Al punches reflection. Like, just punch into the water.
Okay. As you are reaching, you hear Ember's advice and your fist forms as you go to punch the reflection. Give me a fight check, please.
Will do. Will do.
Punch.
Someone play Scrabble Up by Kendrick.
Squabble.
I'm gonna use a disadvantage or an advantage. Sorry, not disadvantage.
Okay.
Opposite. I'm gonna use another advantage if I can.
Like,
Okay, that's a 22 total.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Made it.
You absolutely managed to hit water, but it doesn't feel like you're connecting with like flesh or bone. You feel just like it's like you just dunked your fist in there. But when you pull your hand back and the water stops the rippling, you can see yourself, jaw all the way askew, hanging as if you've just broken your own jaw. Give me for a moment as you feel almost as if someone's punching you in slow motion, something connect with your own jaw. Go ahead and give me a cast resist.
So
That's
sorry for the
wild.
advice.
That's a 5, gang. That's a 5.
Okay.
Chat.
Chad, we cooked.
We could.
You feel something, and again, you're very well trained in fighting, and you feel the punch, and your first thought is solid punch, and then pain. As your jaw, you feel it disconnect. You hear a pop way back here. You are going to take 3 damage for me
Okay.
as we cut back to Callie underwater fighting. Callie, what do you do in this moment?
So I specialize in combat magic, and also I'm a water witch. I don't like this. This is bad.
Right.
So what Callie's gonna do is Callie is going to utilize her magic to just kind of create a like geyser upwards, almost utilizing the
Okay.
version of myself as like a springboard. The version of
Yeah.
myself that's trying to
Okay.
drown me.
Yeah. Give me a cast check, please.
Oops. Ooh. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Beautiful. You manage to kind of like water tornado geyser your way straight up and out. You shoot up and hit the ground. Uh, Give me, let's see if you land well or if you can use your leap magics in time to land safely. Give me an intuit check here.
Oh, jeez. Ooh, okay, double sixes. 6,
Ooh, we
7,
love
8,
it.
9. Wait, no, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Beautiful.
And then -1, so 15.
Okay. You absolutely manage to, once you don't have the water in your eyes and you're not being choked by yourself, you are able to see the floor, and before gravity kind of takes over, it's like that weightless peak area. You are able to look down and teleport down right next to your friends. But you do see, even though Al's jaw is swelling, it's certainly not unhinged and like falling off like the reflections was. So every Al's getting a little beat up here, but honestly, what's new? How are you going to move past this fountain, though? You don't see anything else around.
Um, do okay, so here's a question.
Mhm.
So I use the version of myself that was in there as a springboard. Can I like
You do.
like almost like some crazy magic shit where I just call them up to just be like, "Hey girl, what's up? Like what's going on? What's the tea?"
You can give me a persuasion check at disadvantage to hey girl, hey your murderous reflection.
Okay, cool. Anybody else with ideas, please.
I mean, my only idea was to try to use wind to kind of blow the water out. But
Can I use one of my advantages? I rolled really well. Can I use one of my advantages so that I don't have to roll a disadvantage?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then what was this? Persuasion? Okay, so -1, 14.
Mhm.
14. Just
That's still a total success. What do you say to your reflection?
hey, hi. Not sure if if you're actually me or what the deal is, but basically, could you tell us like how we have to go through this? Because I would hate to completely dismantle and destroy your home, and then you would be without a home, and then I would destroy, you know, and then we wouldn't be able to get past. So could you help us out a little bit, please? We're trying to save the world and stuff. I know because you're part of the world, so it does affect you in some way.
So you are in a demonic pocket dimension
Yes.
asking the creature to help you.
Yes.
I don't again, she does come up. You succeeded in getting her up to the surface. But as she's looking at you, she just looks angry. She looks like what you imagine, Callie, is the last thing people see when they have committed an egregious crime and you get your hands on them.
Yeah, that is pretty scary. And um, can she survive out here? If I just kind of move her over and just put her on the ground?
I mean, she has come up to the surface. It's like
Oh,
the tip
it's
of her nose is at the
I
water's
see.
edge.
I
She
see.
has not come out yet.
I don't know what else to do, gang. Other than literally
Anemone.
pull her out.
Yeah,
Anemone, you had a bit of an idea. What was it?
it was to try to use the wind power to kind of knock a good chunk of water out of the fountain. Hopefully, them out.
Go ahead and give me a cast check. See if you can summon a tsunami-esque vibe in this fountain to get enough water out to maybe even get the reflections out as well.
Okay, let's see.
I believe in you.
That is doubles.
Love doubles.
Let me try. And that's the triple.
We've had 3 triples this game. No, 4 triples this game. That's crazy. Beautifully done. As you start to conjure up a very powerful twister almost that's super concentrated, it starts to circle around the fountain. And like a pure water tornado, you can see 4 different versions of yourselves in it. They get spit out onto the ground. For a moment, they are motionless. But then they start to move and pick themselves up. They start to come after you, but it's like they are running underwater. It seems that when they are out of water, they are not moving very fast. What do? The fountain is empty. You can see it leads deep down. What do?
I don't know if we should go inside the fountain or if we should destroy them.
I think I will chime up with I don't think we should beat them up because when I punched the
don't.
water, it hit me. So I don't know if we kill them. I don't want to guess what happens if we kill them.
Oh, that's bad. So I guess we could just jump in now. Okay?
Yeah, I like that idea.
Okay, cool.
Does everybody get into the fountain?
Yeah, Callie's gonna go back in.
Yeah. We're all in together.
I think. Yeah.
We're all in this. Yeah.
Just like yeet.
now that there's no water and you can see what you're doing, you see that there is a ladder going down that you can climb down if you'd like, as these reflections are gaining on you. Still the ripply reflections across their skin, blue versions of you in a way. You're able to get down into the fountain. It's just pitch black here, and you're just climbing. Eventually, one of you touches ground. Feels like almost sandy stones, like dirty stones. Who's the first to touch the ground? Like, who went climbing down first?
I think Callie, right? Or unless I was just like, I guess I'll go back in. I was already in there once. What's one more?
Callie, you look around and you see that you find yourself in this huge area. Shadowy, almost like a crumbling underground castle. It's this gothic space dimly lit by flickering torches set in iron sconces on the wall. And it looks like there's seating all the way around, though no one is seated in these seats. It's like an arena. The stone floor is splattered with blood that does not look fresh. It's all pretty congealed or dried. And you are surrounded by these towering, arching buttress walls that have black and red velvet curtains draped from them, and intricate carvings of vines and grotesque gargoyles up at the top that seem to be watching your every move. And above, a stained glass skylight that lets in no light whatsoever. Again, you are completely underground. What do you do?
Can I hear hissing?
Give me an intuit check.
Okay. And then this one was cocked, so I'll roll it again. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14. I'm gonna use my advantage to give me a +1 because I still have -1 on intuit checks.
Okay.
So 14.
Okay. As you get this 14, like using a couple of seconds to look around fully and listen, the rest of you reach the bottom of the ladder so you can also see what is around you here. Al, it looks incredibly familiar because this is Colin Coffer's fighting ring. Callie, you hear off in a shadowy corner what looks to be, or what sounds to be like chains rattling almost. And you can see two small cages hanging in the back on the opposite side of the arena that you're standing on that do appear to have two familiars, one in each. And just beyond them, on a large mantle, a very large sword that looks to be cracked and without a certain garnet in the hilt. With your intuit check, you don't hear hissing, but you do hear, I please, I know, but I'm working on it, and I'm sure that they'll be here any minute, and please don't do that. That's not necessary. You don't see anything at first, but entering the opposite area, the opposite end, is Millie Goggins backing up from something, begging. All you see in the shadows behind her is a large, unnatural, white smile. As you hear a crack, Millie screams and is dropped to the ground for a moment. As you see, her head snaps in your direction. There is a scream again as you see her smile pull back and crack her cheeks in half, splitting her from one top of her head to the bottom, peeling back and away. As you can see fur, and then claws, and then fangs, and then scales. Some strange, twisted, shadowy abomination. The last thing you hear out of human Millie's throat is, "Please, no!" As you see a beast standing at about 12 feet tall. Little shadow strings like marionettes drifting up from her limbs as she is forced forward. Her eyes lock on all of you. What do?
I was going to. Knees are shaking. His knees are shaking. His knees are absolutely shaking. But we are so close. He sees the sword. He sees the cage. He's like, my mate Chami has been locked up this whole time. No, there's no time. And he's just gonna like knock himself in the jaw that was cracked from earlier and just pop it back into place. Not heal, but definitely just just a punch in the jaw. And imagine like he's seen that before in the arenas when people get their shit rocked. And he's just going to lock in and go to cast like I'm thinking something effective of like Shield of Faith on himself to like get ready.
Yeah. You have defensive spells. So we will say that but until you take damage, you can have a +1 to your to avoiding taking damage.
Cool.
So until it doesn't work, it works really well.
Roger that.
This beast with brown fur and purple horns starts to charge you. Amber, what do?
I think Amber's gonna use her spear, and she's like in attack mode. She's like, remember the small from her dream and stuff. And she's like, I'm not letting this happen again. And like fast reflex spear.
You get your spear out. You're ready, but also this is eerily like your nightmare vision, whatever it was. It's like you stepped right back into it.
It's like this time
an enemy. Oh, so sorry. Continue on.
No, okay. I was just saying that this time she's like, I'm not running away. That's like her thing.
Hell yeah. You see Ember kind of widen her stance and point the spear. An enemy, you have maybe 3 seconds. What do?
I'm still processing. This is fine. Okay. I think mini chant, solace follows justice. I can't not do anything. And they don't really have a weapon, but they're gonna hold up their wand in action of ready to do something.
Okay. And finally, our avenging angel, let me get one preparation note from you or etc. before we.
So anyways, I started blasting. That's what Galley's getting ready to do. Galley's ready. Oh, real quick. Do my Firefly freckles come back? Since familiars are allowed in
They do
game?
not come back, but
Okay.
you see, you feel rather. EG is looking for you. It's like EG was like pushed out of you when you stepped into the portal, and is now just like around here somewhere, and is going all around. They should be joining you soon.
Okay, yeah, I know they're stressed. Anyways, yeah, so I'm getting ready to blast Millie Goggins.
Wonderful.
Millie
I
Doggins,
will remind us of a few things here. One, if things go south, you're gonna want your familiars. If you can get to them and converge with them, it will give you a +1 to all of your checks. 2, you don't know what Millie Goggins in this form is capable of. 3, you don't know who the person in the shadows is or how dangerous they are. It's very possible that if you take them out, Millie will be knocked out because it looks like she's being controlled by them. But those are all things you would know already. Like, you don't need checks for them. You can deduce that. That's just a reminder of your goals here because we're about to begin. Millie begins to eat up the distance between you, thundering forward. This strange, like pained loping that is not just fast, but reminds you of a juggernaut of force. If you don't move, if you get charged and rammed by Millie Goggins, it could very well kill you. She lowers her head, but still keeps eye contact with you and roars as she leaps forward, intending to pounce on someone. She is in the air. I'm not going to roll for this, but actually, I am going to roll for this. I don't know why I said that. That was a damn lie.
Why you lying?
Okay.
Oh.
So, Ember, you see that she is going to land on you if you don't move. Now, you have a spear, so it might be helpful, but you don't know how how helpful it'll be. Are we dodging or are we fighting?
I stay with my gut here. I want to fight. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was what's
Go ahead and give me a fight check. This is not a resist, so you can't add the 1d6 from your spear yet, but I'm sure it's coming. So go ahead and just roll me a fight check.
Cool. Ooh, doubles.
Hell yeah.
It's about to be either awful or I can get triples because this is a risk. Because this double ones. Let's get it. Triple ones.
Hell yeah. Okay, so with triples, go ahead and roll me 1d6. This is going to be how much damage you're dealing to Millie.
Okay. 4.
Great. So with 4 damage, that's an intense wound. More intense than it would be for you than for her, but it is a deep wound. As she comes down to land, I think expecting you to either dodge or like jab and push away, but you hold your ground until the very last second. And as she lands on the ground, she lands on your spear, taking the blade of it straight through her shoulder. You feel blood spray everywhere. Your spear is currently in Millie Goggins. You cannot get it out. She has landed on top of it. So the staff of your spear is in the ground and the blade of your spear is in a beast, and you are holding on to it. You can let it go at any time if you decide you want to run or dodge or anything like that, but that's what's just happened as Millie thrashes her head and therefore her horns against or away in pain. I need Callie, I need Al, and I need Anemone to all make me dodge checks, please. Actually, this will be a resist. Go ahead and give me a fight resist. Dodge
So
special.
I have a question. If it's dodge related,
Yes.
can I just use my leap magics to just go to another part of the room?
You can if you're successful at the dodge.
Okay.
But it's how quickly, like you don't know if you see it coming and then know to move.
I got you. Do I have?
I rolled an 18 on mine total.
Ooh.
Wonderful.
I got a 4.
Okay. Anemone, what about you?
Okay, like above board, like just on top. I'm gonna say it, but technically with tracking, can I reverse it and have Archimedes and maybe EG track us instead to find us?
You could do that with your familiar. I don't think it would work with EG, but since they were expelled in the same area, EG would probably follow Archimedes if Archimedes knew, like, if Archimedes was going somewhere in particular.
Yeah.
So yes,
Okay.
it will take a minute.
I did have a moment with EG when half of them were on my shoulder. So I mean, okay, but I rolled math. I rolled in 18.
Okay. Anemone, Al, you are able to either dodge or duck under the massive head that swoops by you. Meanwhile, Callie, a horn catches you. You aren't gored or impaled or anything, but the roundedness of the horn butts you across the room. You go sailing across the arena. You land hard and skid to a stop, fairly close to the smiling shadow. You take 2 damage from this fall. Now, what do? You just like backbend dodged out of the way of Millie Goggins' ram monster chimera head. What do you do in response? You see that Ember is not trapped, but like a little pinned under Millie.
He's gonna pull out the bladed wands,
Absolutely.
and get those blades hovering around him. And where are the cages in relation to our smiling friend?
Absolutely. They are like hanging above the like arena seats back where the back wall is. So the smiling friend would not be able to even see you once you pass that point. He's still standing in the archway shadow, kind of like the gladiator entrance area. That's where he is.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have any like magic to break a cage unless I go wandless. Oof. Fuck. Okay. God, this is. Oh, you know what? Okay. What I'm thinking is, so I'm gonna try for another hard truth to try to get some source
Okay.
points. But what I want to try to do is in the shape of like Al giving combat advice to the group.
Yeah.
And effectively, I think we all understand this, but like Al will say effectively like, if you fall under the brunt of her attacks, you will die. We saw the forces she moved with. If you are slow, you will die. So do not be slow. Think fast. Move like effectively trying to be like that. Would that count? Would that be possible?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it absolutely counts. It doesn't have to be mean to be blunt. Absolutely. You get your source points back.
Let's go. Okay. I think with that, like as he's like saying that, I think he's gonna make a way towards the cages to see if there's something that he can do to get the familiars out.
Give me a mobility check, please.
Okay. That is a 6 total.
Okay. On a 6, go ahead and mark experience for me. And you attempt to go by Millie Goggins fast, just like you were giving the advice to do. Give me a fight check, because even just being in the proximity to Millie and trying to pass her, your bladed wands are going around. So go ahead and roll 4d6 and take the highest 3.
Okay. Okay. Got a 1. I'm gonna re-roll that. Okay. All right. That's a 15 total.
Beautiful. Roll me 1d6,
Okay.
and let me know what that damage is for Millie Goggins.
2.
Okay. You attempt to rush past, and your wands, your bladed wands, take a couple of slashes. They're shallow slashes, but they are noticed by Millie. And in response, her tail comes out and slaps in front of you. Give me. This will be a dodge resist.
Okay.
So roll me a d20. See if you can avoid the tail, which has its own fun surprises.
That's a 9 total.
Okay. On a 9 total, you are stunned for a moment as this massive tail that's probably as large around as like a rolled up sleeping bag and half as long as a school bus just whacks you in the stomach. You think that you've had like the air knocked out of you, but when you look down and the tail swishes the other way, you see multiple dots of blood. You realize that you've been stuck with barbs on the end of this tail. It's like fire in your gut. You think it's poison. I need you to take 2 damage for me. And every time you make a check until you are cleared of the poison condition by healing or whatever, you are going to take another 2. Okay. Moving right along. Anemone. What do you do?
Okay, so first thing they're gonna do is try to, like I said, reverse the tracking so that Archimedes can find them easier. And hopefully EG. Hopefully.
Give me a cast check, please.
Okay.
If this is a total success, you will get Archimedes immediately. If it is a mixed success, it'll take another minute to get here.
That is triples.
Triples? You are in the middle of combat and you just got triples. You can take a feat. So right now we're just going to say that it's effective, and your and Archimedes, you see him fly in and kind of swoop around you, circling. Check those feat lists. Which one would you like to choose? There is a healing feat on there if you'd like to help Al. But if you'd like to do something else with that feat, you absolutely can.
Okay. Let's see. Where are the feats again?
They are in the source materials. They are in like the how to play, underneath the what every stat means and stuff like that.
Okay. Scrolling. Okay. Feat list. Okay.
Should be on the combat page.
Oh, I found it. Okay.
Yeah. And while you're looking, just to explain to chat, in this game during combat, if you roll triples or you get to triples by rolling doubles and then rolling again, you can choose a miraculous feat to either deal double damage, to give someone advantage on their next roll, to heal someone, to hit 2 targets in 1 turn, etc. So right now, Anemone is looking through those options to see which one she wants to use.
It's like I'm stuck between 2, but technically I think I will do the healing and try to heal Al.
Okay. Al, please roll me 1d6.
It's a 2.
You get 2 healing back in this moment as Archimedes flies down in an attempt to converge with an enemy and flies straight through you, not even, trying to. But in that rush of familiar connection, you feel those puncture wounds close at least. So you're healed for 2 damage. You see your familiar. EG is close behind. You see the sparkle coming to join. I need to check in with Amber in this moment.
Yeah. I think Amber, like, because she's still holding on, correct?
If you'd like to be, yeah.
I feel like, yeah, like, cause I was like, she's probably afraid to let go, thinking that she would just be let loose wildly if she lets go.
If you'd like to push harder and deeper, I will let you do that fight, the fight check at advantage, and then you can roll your damage.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. So
go for it.
Fight roll. Pushing deeper.
Double down and just shove it in there.
Hell yeah. Double, I'm gonna re-roll a die. Actually, I don't have to re-roll a die. That is a sorry, I was doing math. No, I do. I can't read. No, but that is a 14.
Okay, total success. Go ahead and roll me 1d6 for damage.
5.
Okay. You push hard. You see that your spear has snapped off inside of Millie Goggins.
Ooh.
As you push, the spear kind of readjusts and redirects. You think you've punctured something deep inside, because Millie Goggins collapses on one side, labored breathing. What do you do?
Finish the job now. So
Do
like,
you?
What are morals? I was like, I feel like, so she's laying down there. I think she would like tower over Millie. Like, so she's just holding a half broken spear right now. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she probably like look at the rest of them and being like, do I do it? Like,
yes. No. Callie, who is like off to the side, still on the floor, and is pulling herself up, is like, kill her.
Yeah. I think Amber's got to finish the job with the half broken spear, the other half, and just all her might and strength go down.
Give me a final fight check as Callie, where you are slowly pushing yourself up to stand. You can hear footsteps exiting the hallway where Millie had been turned in front of. But they don't come out of the shadows come with them, leaking, holding on, dragging behind like a cloak. All you can see is the smile, which slowly begins to fade as Millie is taken down. Amber, what did you get?
I would like to use my ability of heavy hitter. Because of I rolled an 11, and they said if I roll a mixed success, I could change it to a total success if I use one source point.
Absolutely, you can.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that.
You bring this spear down with all your might. for Burnwood, for your friends, for you, for all the things that Millie was doing. You bring it down. You see the last breath of this giant beast, concave in the chest, take its final breath. You look up. You see the man in the shadows, still walking forward, coming out of the shadows as if they were pulling back and revealing. Colin Coffers stands in front of you, slowly clapping. He looks at you, Al, and says, "Told you you'd be pretty good in the ring. Well done. Very well done. You bested me. Fair and square. My least favorite way to play. I see you've come for these." And he unlocks the cages. Chammy leaps down, this little fox leaps down and just starts bounding towards Al full speed. It's like Homeward Bound, but with a fox, who leaps right up into your arms and is circling all over your body, extremely happy to be reunited. Penelope, the lovely wryneck bird, soars down. Looks like it's like the first time she's gotten to open her wings in a couple of days, and nuzzles you on your chin, as your hands are still a little shaking on the spear, Amber, and she nuzzles you and your hands slowly stop shaking. Colin gives you almost an apologetic smile and says, "Well, the sword is yours. I'm not going to hang around here too long. I think that's enough fighting for the night.
Can I go
I'm going
wanless?
to cash in my winnings." You can go wanless. Yeah, what do you do? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do here?
I was wondering.
I'm trying to send a water ice pick through Colin's brain.
Ooh.
Yeah, go for it. So roll me 4d6 and take the lowest 3, or you can roll 3 and then re-roll the highest and take the lower.
Can I help by using wind?
We
Are
killing
you also going wandless?
Oh darn! Because will I be going wandless if I use my own wind?
You would,
No.
Can
You know
I?
if you're
can I-
helping, yeah.
Can I have a +1 because this thing? I feel like I have to like contort my body in a weird way for this thing to stay. So can I get my +1 for contorting my body?
Describe how your body contorts, and yes.
I feel like I imagine that like if I went skidding, I imagine I like not gonna lie broke a bone or something. And I imagine that like I just kind of force it back into place and just like get up.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll.
What did you roll?
Hold on, I didn't roll. This is a cast check, right? Oh, do I have EG?
Yes, at disadvantage.
Uh,
No, EG has not re-merged with you
Okay.
yet. You can see EG, but EG has not converged with you.
okay. I got triple sixes. But I have to roll a disadvantage.
Beautiful.
Can I use one of my advantage to not get disadvantage?
Sure.
Okay, so that's triple sixes.
Triple sixes is the best you can get in this game. It is the jackpot roll. You send an ice pick flying straight through Colin Coffer's brain as he says, "Well, you played a good game." It goes straight through. You can see, Callie can see, straight through to the other side. You see Colin turn to you, Callie, and a smile begins to form as the
Bro!
shadows swallow him. And you are left with your familiars and the Victor sword. Callie, it's going to take more than that to kill a demon prince.
He's the bro. I'm gonna get him next time.
You got the 666 on trying to assassinate a demon prince.
demon
That's pretty
prince.
dang good.
That's crazy. I hope he has like a finger missing the next time we see him or something.
Oh,
I
he's
hope so.
definitely going
perfect.
to remember this.
Hot.
Colin,
We are
remember?
going to you are all standing here in a little bit of disbelief. Some of you poisoned, some of you murderers now, some of you reunited with your familiar. Well, technically all of you reunited with your familiars. You look around. You see each other. Out of breath, little terrified, hopped up on adrenaline. You've just run the gauntlet, and you're the first in history to win the Victor's sword. You're able to take it back to Burnwood's loft, where Callie can then swallow this Gavillion garnet.
Thank goodness.
And combine the two. You can see that red smoke that's been encircling Burnwood has tightened and tightened, and you can see her skin bulging over the side of it as it is constricting her to death. By the time you get back, you're able to attempt to slice the hex off of her. Who's going to do this?
I would like it to be Callie, unless somebody else really wants to do it.
Oh no, it should be Callie.
It should be Callie.
I agree, yeah.
You, Callie, move to gently slice away the hex from Burnwood. The red smoke fades and dissipates, and slowly her body is lowered to the ground. You see all of those black and weird veins start to recede, and that full color come back to her. Before she even opens her eyes, her hand reaches out and touches the top of your snatchers, the first thing she ever gave to you. Her eyes open. She sees all four of you. And she smiles. And that's where we're going to end our lovely campaign of Hex Heist. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to these beautiful, beautiful players who helped tell this story. We loved being here, and hopefully this will not be the last time you hear from us. But before we leave you, I'd love to give all of these gorgeous players a chance to tell you where you can find them throughout the future, so you can keep supporting, keep being fans, keep being friends. And I will start with who's right next to me, Bree, who played an enemy this lovely campaign. Tell the people what you're feeling, where they can find you, and if you would like, please don't go further than like a week. What an enemy spends the week doing.
Oh, please don't go further than a week. Okay. Anyway, hi, I am Bree. I am Shooketh, and this is fine. You could find me pretty much everywhere at either LGBT or Brie LaFay. I'm pretty much everywhere in the corners of the internet. If you can search it, you could probably find me there. I would say for a week at the very least, or at least throwing this out there. Their mission is to rescue their parents. And trying to find a way to do that And I guess I'll leave it at that because we'll see what happens.
Yes. It's weird being hush hush about stuff, but yes. Lovely. And our Witch of the Flame, our fire elemental Ember. Taylor, can you tell the people where they can find you and what you think Ember would be concentrating on in the next week after the successful Hex Heist?
Yeah. So hey everyone. Yeah, I'm Taylor, Here's Taylor. I'm a Black Friday content creator. If you want to see more of me, you'll see me on Monday on Starcrawl for We Meet Upon a Hill. If you again love emotional animals delivering mail, come see it. We already reached our donation goal over there. But yeah, Amber will be probably like trying to repent, trying to not be shunned by the family, trying to figure that out. And maybe along the way has misplaced anger onto the demon prince and trying to blame him now for her getting killed. So now she has a vendetta and trying to study everything.
Gotta put that anger somewhere.
Yeah, trying to study on this demon prince. It's like, I think this is the only way for me to feel better.
Absolutely. I'd love to check in with our Witch of the Root, our Earth Elemental, Al Trudy, played by the lovely Carrie. Can you tell us where the people can find you and what you think Al would get up to in the next 5 to 7 days or so?
Absolutely. Hey y'all, Carrie, Oathbreaker Carrie on all the socials. I got the beacon link out, but yeah, pretty much everywhere in the corner of the internet. Al Trudy is going to be at the arena, at the rings, and he's not spectating. He's not spectating. And we'll leave it at that.
We love to hear it. That is amazing. Wobbly knees no longer. And finally, but not lastly, our lovely, wonderful Witch of the Deep, played by Bree. Can you tell us what you think Callie would get up to, how Callie would be feeling, and where the people can find you if they'd like to keep supporting you?
Yes, I am Bree. I will hopefully continue to be Bree in the future, unless I'm not. Anyways, you can find me most places either as Busy Bree, Brenna Nikki, or Bren Nikki. You can find me at the Linktree links. Nothing really going on other than roll for luck every other Wednesdays. So check me out there. And I think Callie would spend like the first like day just like with Burnwood, holding her, catching up, stuff like that. And then I think she would turn herself into the Zinnia Coven. And essentially give them the rundown of everything that happened. Enlist their help for like different justice related things, such as finding Anemone's parents, things of that nature. Anybody that any of her new friends need. But then there would probably be a trial for her using going wandless and stuff. So we'll see how that goes. Also, like, would enlist their help for like the Hex Hounds and something like that. Like, hey, somebody take care of that. But yeah, we'll see if she gets out of jail or if she goes to jail. I don't know. Or we won't. Who knows?
Hopefully she gets out of jail, and hopefully we get to see that journey. We will see. Lots of things are in talks, and I have been your Covenus, your game master, your storyteller, the game designer. I wear a lot of hats, and I'm really happy to be here. I'm Meadow, she, they pronouns. You can find me everywhere on the internet that matters at Howdy Love Darlin or Howdy Love Darlin GM. It has been such a pleasure to be here. If you like this game and you want to try running it, it's on my Patreon shop right now, with a lot of different tables for claiming your wand, getting your familiar, getting your coven, lots of fun little extra bits that were in our session 0 that you have no idea happened. So keep following all of that. And as for Girls Run These Worlds, there's a lot of really cool things going on. I know that Black History Month was busy, but we are keeping the pace. Fridays at noon, is that right? Noon Eastern. Return to Bellinay, the Deathless Lake. Join Girls Run These Worlds' own Angela as they tell part 2 of in this Printweaver series. And I love Printweaver. It's such a great game. You use like your fingerprints. It's so cool. Saturday, March 8th at 2 a.m. Eastern. 9 a.m. Sorry, I've never seen anything go for 2 a.m. I thought my brain was having a problem. For the premiere of the great Pokey Heist with gym leader Anya. So I'm guessing that's Pokemon. So fun. And as always, we remind you every single time, but we're going to keep reminding you because it's a really cool game. Girls Run These World has partnered with 3 Sales Studios to put out 2 quick start guides to the new ecology and exploration TTRPG Mapamundi, starring me and Taylor. So you have to go see that because we're really good at telling you how to do stuff. The Kickstarter has raised over £50,000, which is a lot in Britland money. Be sure to catch these videos, which feature us, and get the game if you like it. The art's gorgeous and I really recommend it. And big thanks to all the contributors, including this cast, obviously, for an amazing Black History Month. And if you missed any episodes of Hex Heist, they are on the YouTube, and so are all of the Black History Month panels that got ran. So we are going to leave it at that, let you have a beautiful evening. If you'd like to stick around, we're going to be rating Nerdgasm Noir, who was actually just here with us supporting, and they're raising money for Black Girls Rock. So if you want to keep the good vibes going at the last hours of Black History Month, that's who we're going to go over and raid. So make sure you give them some love and say hi from us. Until hopefully next time, have a wonderful, wicked, magical evening. Thank you so much. This has been Hex Heist.